Hey, what's up, everybody? Steven here, aka Wild Eye Guy 85, here to do a requested review from Have Cheetah Will View. Wanted me to review Bigfoot versus Zombies. So here's the trailer, and then I'll go ahead and talk about it. Alright, that is Bigfoot versus Zombies. It's not rated, came out in 2016. Runtime is an hour and 19 minutes. Scientist creates a toxic cocktail that is accidentally unleashed into the local population and a nearby police body farm, creating a small army of flesh-eating zombies, and only one creature of legend, a killer in his own right, can stop the growing hordes of the undead and save humanity. Let's see, it got a 2.2, which I give that 0.2 a bit even higher than I'd give it a 2, if that. I really couldn't get into this movie. It was really bad, I'm sorry. The director was Mark Polonia, who also wrote it. Props to getting your movie made and everything, but the way it was done and how it was done, it was really, I just have a loss of words for it. The cast includes James Carlos as Stu, Todd Carpenter as the security guard, which I don't know why his name's there twice, Bob Dennis as Andy, Steve Disperera as Bigfoot, Danielle Donahue as Renee, and in my opinion, she was the best one in this movie, acting-wise. And what was funny, the rules with her, every guy was pretty much hitting on her in every ridiculous way. That was probably the funniest part in the whole movie that stood out for me. Dave Fife played Ed. Jeff Kirkendall is Dr. Peel. Gail Largy, I don't know who that person played, it doesn't say. Anthony Poloni, doesn't say who he played. Maybe a cadaver or a dead body or zombie, maybe. Ken Vincent. Greta Volkova as Alicia. So basically what it says, there's this doctor on this body farm who's testing how long it takes for them to decompose or experimenting on them, but he also has this formula and the chemical that ends up bringing them back to life, and one of the guys who works for him dumps out some of the waste not too far from the body farm there, and of course it brings all of the zombies to life, the dead bodies, reanimates them. The costumes is what's really got to me. I just think something would be better put together. The face painting, the zombie makeup on it wasn't too great, and you could even see their skin, normal skin, no makeup, the back of their necks, and they weren't in fully done makeup. There was a skeleton, or I guess one that was supposed to be kind of like a more decomposed than the other bodies, yet his beard was coming through the mask. The Bigfoot costume looked like a Halloween costume. I even saw a little bit of the mask coming up in the movie where you see the human inside skin. I knew going in, not to expect too much. I was trying to go in with low expectations, but apparently they weren't low enough because I still couldn't get into it. I guess I'm just being picky about the effects and makeup in it. when the zombies killed people. I don't know what it was, if it was like a cloth or towel, like I guess was supposed to be insides being ripped out. You'd think maybe use some meat or bacon or something, make it look like flesh or something, or some insides. It just didn't look like human parts at all. It looked like it was ripping up a rag doll. And I don't know if anyone who's watched this on my original channel before I was the Horror Freak 85 2.0, I was just the Horror Freak 85. I did a review on a Ouija shark, and at the time, I thought that was the worst Wild Eye movie I've ever seen. A Ouija shark compared to Bigfoot vs. Zombies is a masterpiece, and I'd be willing to watch a Ouija shark again, and I think I'd probably enjoy it more. I mean, I like my cheesy movies, and, some of the costumes are silly sometimes, but even Velocipasture, in my opinion, was funnier than this, and at least it was a full costume. It wasn't partial where you could see the costume where it takes away from the effect. Another thing I didn't like was when the bodies were being delivered by a couple of people who ended up, I think it was Andy was the new guy that delivered to this farm. He ended up being the one hooking up with Renee because he was the only one not hitting on her. But when they're transferring the bodies, the cadavers that were being donated, it looked like they were in hefty trash bags. So that was kind of silly. I mean, I know you have a certain budget to work with, but I mean, just the whole trash bag thing, that was just weird. The acting, like I said, I know it's a low budget film and everything can't be great, but it was really bad in my opinion. I'm sorry. To me, I would not watch this movie again. If you want to see it to waste an hour and 19 minutes or however long the movie I said it was, I mean, I'm not going to stop you from seeing it. I guess you could laugh more of how bad it was than how entertaining it was. So, I've been talking about all the makeup and acting and everything. Bigfoot happens to be nearby and stowaway in and is there when the zombies come to life, and it doesn't really explain it, but maybe he's been around humans in the past, and he ends up helping Renee and Andy, saving them, fighting off the zombies, and they're like kind of freaked out, but they kind of befriend Bigfoot in it, and they're trying to escape, and Bigfoot's helping them kill the zombies and escape through. So they may or may not make it out alive. There might be a twist with Bigfoot. If you want to know, I won't spoil too much of it. Not that it's much of a spoiler if I told you what happened, but for those who do want to see it, for whatever reason, that's fine. I'm not saying don't watch it. Feel free to check it out. If you've seen this movie, tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. Again, if you have any Wild Eye movies you'd like me to check out, leave a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.